with you how to create a Friendsgiving for your friends, something that your friends can come over. You can be just grateful, have great conversation, have some drinks, and have some really cool things to eat. But I'm going to share with you how to create it in a miniature way. Everything that you've had during Thanksgiving, but we're just going to create it in minis. So let's get started, and we're going to start right in the kitchen. First up on the menu is our stuffing poppers. And we're going to just do it the same way that you would do your stuffing for your Thanksgiving dinner with your red peppers, green peppers, and onions. And you're just going to saute them a little bit and just add it to the stuffing mixture. But the twist to this is we're just going to create them to look like little meatballs. So that's why they're stuffing poppers. And you just form them into little balls. And here I just plated them on a plate. And then once I plated them, then I added them to a baking sheet, and I'm just going to bake them for probably about 10 minutes or so till they get a little golden, and just pop them out of the oven. Next up on the menu is our veggies, which is roasted Brussels sprouts. And here I'm just going to add it to a pan with some olive oil, and I've cut them in half for little bite-sized pieces. Into the pan, I'm going to also add some garlic and herb Mrs. Dash, and just saute a little bit with some pepper as well. And then I'm going to top it off with some balsamic vinaigrette. Next, we have these mini mac bites. Of course, you couldn't have Thanksgiving without some mac and cheese, right? So we've taken that traditional mac and cheese and we just condensed it and made it into a smaller rendition of the mac and cheese. And we placed them in these little mini cupcake tins. And we're just going to call these little mini mac bites. So we're going to save the turkey for the big turkey day. So what I came up with is I created these mini chicken parm bruschetta bites and some boneless chicken breasts. And of course I have some marinara added to this, and I have some cherry tomatoes as well as a red onion along with my garlic and herb Mrs. Dash. I'm going to give this a quick stir. And now I'm preparing the bread, and for the bread I'm just slicing it down on a half. And what I've done with this is I created a oil mixture, which would be olive oil with some Mrs. Dash, of course, again is my favorite, and I added some garlic into the oil as well. And I'm going to give these breads a quick brush and then place them in the oven. But before I place them in the oven, I'm going to add some mozzarella cheese and place it in the oven to give it a little meltdown, and then bring it back out really quickly. And then I'm going to add the mixture that I created in the pan, and I'm just going to top each one with some of the tomato and the chicken mixture, and then place it back in the oven to give it a nice melt. It wouldn't be a party without a dip, right? So this is my family's favorite here at my house, and this is the buffalo chicken dip, and it's just some chopped up chicken along with some cream cheese melted down. I'm going to add some cheddar cheese in it and a dab of ranch along with some hot sauce, and I'm going to stir it up really good. And also we're going to just take this and add it to a casserole dish. But before we put it in the oven, we're just going to top it with a little bit more cheddar cheese and bake it for probably like 15 minutes and bring it out, and it's nice and bubbly. You have to top off Thanksgiving with a dessert, right? So here I created these little mini apple pies, and it's super simple without breaking a sweat in the kitchen. I started off with these pre-packaged dough crusts, and I actually created these little rounds and I placed them inside of the cupcake tins. And for the filling, I took some Granny Smith apples and I seasoned it with some brown sugar, cinnamon, and some nutmeg, and I placed the filling inside of the pie crust, and I added this little cute little lattice with the rest of the dough, and I brushed it with a little egg wash, placed it in the oven for about 25 minutes until they were golden brown. My second dessert will be these banana pudding shots, and I'm going to use these little cylinder cups that I found at my local party store for $2.99, and I wanted to create just a personal serving for each guest to just grab and go. To prepare these shots, I sliced down the bananas, and I actually found these little mini vanilla wafers instead of the regular size that you would use for a bigger dish, and they fit in these little cylinders so perfect. And lastly, guys, we are talking refreshments, and for this one it's just 2 simple ingredients. The first ingredient is a cranberry raspberry juice, and the second part to this would be either a Sprite or ginger ale. It's going to give it a nice sparkly taste, and you can also top it off with some raspberries or cranberries in the drink as well. The reveal is here, and I'm just going to place everything on this open buffet so your guests can just come and just grab all of the miniature things that you created for the night. Another great tip when entertaining is purchase prepackaged desserts, and you just add them to your buffet or your dessert station. Just place them on a really nice serving pieces, and it will just make your buffet just pop. Your guests would think you were slaving in the kitchen, baking all day. As far as the buffet goes, I actually just added a little bit of highs and lows underneath of my fabric. I added some full foliage, I added some fresh foliage as well, and I created just different levels of height. And I have the appetizer plates in one section for the dinner, and then I also have a section of plates for the desserts as well. And then you just want to create a little area for the drinks. So you're just going to create little pockets where everybody can just grab their drinks, they can grab their plates, and then they can grab their desserts as well. I hope you all enjoyed this how to style of Friendsgiving. I hope you enjoyed the recipes that I share with you along with the styling tips, and you can implement them into your own Friendsgiving or just your family Thanksgiving as well. So until next time, bye loves, and enjoy your Thanksgiving.